Happy Valentine's Day to you, and happy lesson two, too. Tai Chi Fluency. Now, this one is sort of a comparison or kind of the other side of the coin from what we did in lesson one. As you recall, in lesson one, we did the syllable butterfly, like this, something like this, where where we were emphasizing each syllable. I hope you had time to do some practice this week. Anyway, so there's the syllable butterfly. Today is the Tai Chi. We'll be using some of the same key words. And instead of working on each syllable, we'll be working for fluency, just a feeling of sort of moving very rhythmically and smoothly with our body. All right. And you can read over some of the commentary and the instructions here. As always, first thing we're going to do is a little quick warm-up. You can see above the warm-up there, in addition to the Tai Chi fluency, we'll be doing something we call a rise-fall, which is kind of the melody when we emphasize something, or what's often referred to as every teacher's favorite MT4, something like, how are you? Nice to see you. Wonderful. I love this lesson. It's that, like you're doing a little mountain climbing, something like that. And the other one is rise, rise. Remember in lesson one, we did a rise sound. Remember that was where we're going up like this. Remember on the butterfly going up. This one will be going up more, essentially, right? Rise, rise. So for example, at the end of a sentence, if we had a yes/no question, something like, are you coming? That would be sort of one rise. But a two rise would be, are you coming? Going up twice as much, basically. The melody goes up twice as much. So those are the two MT4s that we will have at the end of sentences in the embodied oral reading for this lesson. Okay, here's a little warm-up. Just gotta do this one with me, just for fun. This one's basically for lip position and vowels, right? So we'll start with E. So at E, you just imagine you're kind of smiling, right? E. So it's E, I, A, E, A. So your kind of corners of your mouth stay the same. They don't move, but the jaw drops. So you get E, I, A, E, A. You do that with me? E, I, A, E, A. Good warm up. Then on the other side, you have little circles, basically. We begin with a really little circle, like that tiny, tiny circle for oo, right? And then O, oo, O, and then no, oo, O, and then aw, and then which is circle kind of falls apart. Do that again. Ooh, O, aw. Do that one either way. Aw, and So ooh, O, aw, Do that together one more time. Start over on with E with the high front vowel. So E, I, A, E, A, and O, Lots of ways to do that. You get the idea, though. There's one down at the bottom there I forgot, which is which is sort of a combination. Is sort of a combination of the E, A, and then So it's a little bit rounded. So and then It's sort of rounded on the edges. In English, in general North American English. All right. Just like we have, you notice we have kind of the same idea here, same idea with the syllable butterfly training. We just have some different words here this time, but same rhythm groups, basically. We're just going to practice them with the Tai Chi. Now, with the Tai Chi, the idea is, in fact, we think of it as two basketballs. So imagine you have two basketballs here, right? Or maybe two soccer balls. Yeah, two soccer balls, maybe better. And what you're doing is you're just going around in a circle. That you're going clockwise, a clockwise circle, right? So nice. That's nice. Notice your fingers kind of touch, just circle. Keep your fingers circling like that. Nice. That's nice. Very nice. That's very nice. Easy. That's easy. Very easy. That's very easy. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Very beautiful. That's very beautiful. Fascinating. That's fascinating. Very fascinating. That's very fascinating. So when you're practicing, try to keep those two volleyballs, like your hands are going around two volleyballs. Remember with a butterfly, we also did it going from left to right. So we do the same, let's do that same thing now. Combine Tai Chi with left to right movement. So nice. That's nice. Very nice. That's very nice. Easy. That's easy. Very easy. That's very easy. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Very beautiful. That's very beautiful. Fascinating. That's fascinating. Very fascinating. That's very fascinating. Notice what that does. What your body is doing, your body does one rhythm group, then it comes back and resets, and then goes over that direction, does it again. So again, we could even remember with the butterfly, we went forward as well. We do the same thing with the Tai Chi. Nice. That's nice. Very nice. That's very nice. So you can practice it just doing the Tai Chi by itself. You could practice it going from left to right, or you could practice it going forward. Nice. That's nice. Very nice. That's very nice. So practice it all three ways when you do that. All right. Now let's go down to, now this one is not on your, well, this is on the record. This is not going to be on a recording. I'm not going to do this one, but this kind of explains what I just talked about. There's the rise fall. How wonderful. And there's a rise. How wonderful. Right, going up more. So that's what that means. Just going up going more. We won't do that one. Okay, just as we did before, let's just do a 2x6. I mean a embodied or reading, excuse me. Actually, I said 2x6. This is a 2x6. There are two people talking, and each one talks 6 times, so 12 lines. Every embodied oral reading in the book and in the program will always be 12 lines. And don't ask me exactly why. I think the main reason is we've discovered that that's about the right amount of time to practice. It takes you about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, something like that. That's kind of we want to keep it within a 3-minute practice window when you're doing something like this. So let's just do this one together. I think you can just read along with me. We're doing Tai Chi. And I was just moving left to right there. You don't have to. I think maybe I will. Or maybe I'll do it like this. As you can see, you can easily, at least I can, I can talk while I'm doing the Tai Chi, something like that. At the end of the course, you'll be doing a number of things like this, where your body is moving while you're speaking. Practice and even in conversation, although nobody will be able to see you moving, but you'll feel your body moving in conversation. All right, let's just do this one, go through it quickly. This is a funny one. Again, you could, this is duck on a plane. I love this one, right? So, excuse me, could you put my duck in the overhead? Sure, glad to. There you are. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Where are you from? Japan. But I'm still a student here now. Japan. Where in Japan? Maybe I told you, or maybe I didn't. I spent 10 years living in Japan. And so I think this story is even based a little bit on something that actually happened, but it wasn't a duck that was being put up in the rack. It was a suitcase, right? Okay. All right. 4A. That's it. Ready? Here we go. Sendai. About 2 hours north of Tokyo by train. That's really that's a really nice area. That's a really nice area. It certainly is, but it's becoming very crowded. 5B, I've heard that. How long are you and your ducks going to be staying in Canada? Permanently. I'm going to be working in Toronto. Well, welcome to Canada, eh? Notice that last line. Notice how, well, welcome to Canada, eh? Two very quick ones, right? Canada, eh? We could also do that one some other ways, which we'll show you later. But again, most important thing with the Tai Chi is just getting this feeling of moving, this flowing motion with your body as you're speaking. You all right? Now here is like with the butterfly last week. Here's an embodied aura reading. We have the X meaning Tai Chi, and then after it we have the rise fall, or we have a rise where the melody goes up more. Again, what that means is this is kind of a high energy conversation, or kind of crazy. All right. So the way it goes is like this. So excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Now, when I'm doing this one, excuse me. See my hand? It's going a little bit bigger. Excuse me. Could you put my duck in the overhead? So excuse me, my hand circle go to become a bigger circle, like a basketball. Excuse me, your right hand. Excuse me, could you put my duck? See how your hand stays up in the overhead? Do that first line again. Excuse me, could you put my duck in the overhead? So all you're doing is it stays up on a rise. And again, it's a basketball. Normally Tai Chi is a volleyball. It's a basketball on the rise, something like that. Okay? 1B, sure, glad to. There you are. Do it again. 1B, sure, glad to. There you are. Okay. 2A, thank you very much. Thank you. See how that, see the circle? Thank you very much. Something like that. And 2B, you're welcome. You're from Japan? Hand stays up. From Japan? And something like that. Again, you see lots of ways to do this. What is this doing? This is just adding some more energy and some more fun to what you're doing. Okay, 3A. Okay, so I am, but I'm a student here now. Do it again. I am, but I'm a student here now. Japan? Where in Japan? Do it again. Japan, stay up then. Where in Japan, basketball? Now, in this one, you've got rise, fall, rise, and rise, fall. Sendai, about 2 hours north of Tokyo by train. Do that again. Sendai, about 2 hours north of Tokyo by train. 4B, that's really a nice area. Excuse me, that's a really nice area. Hey, another thing too, even with me, you can see I don't worry very much if I get exactly the right words. That's not a big deal. Just kind of whatever you say is fine, as long as you are getting the MT4s. That's the main thing. All right. All right. Okay. Let's do 4A again. Let's do 4A one more time. Sendai, about 2 hours north of Tokyo by train. 4B, rise fall. That's a really nice area. Put down a note that here. Here's 5 and 6, and we'll finish up. Now we got rise, fall, and rise, fall. It certainly is. It certainly is. It certainly is. But it's becoming very crowded. It certainly is, but it's becoming very crowded. 5A is a little bit strange, but just practice it, okay? All right, there we go. So I've heard that. 5B, I've heard that. Are you staying in Canada? Are you staying in Canada long? I've heard that. Are you staying in Canada long? Kind of a long one, right? All right. So are you staying in Canada long? 6A, permanently. I'm going to be working in Toronto. 6A again, permanently. I'm going to be working in Toronto. Here's that. Here's we've got A. There's that A again. So rise, fall, rise, fall, rise, rise. So, well, welcome to Canada, eh? 6B, well, welcome to Canada, eh? All right, got that? You can see how to practice this. Practice it with a recording, or you can look at on the blog the entire like a PDF of all the embodied oral readings, and everything we talked about is there as well. So you can see it there. All right. So again, happy Valentine's Day. That's kind of that's more like what I just did with you. It's more like what each lesson will be. It's a training video, which is usually 20 minutes, and then practice it. Like I said before, basically practice the 2x6s. Now you may want to do the training part maybe once or twice. Remember we talked about doing the Tai Chi, the regular Tai Chi, or the Tai Chi left to right, or the Tai Chi front and back. The 3 ways you can do the Tai Chi to give your body all this fluid feeling is the idea, right? Just do that, and then do the embodied oral reading for the lesson maybe 3 times. So I would say your practice should be maybe every morning after coffee for maybe 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. That's all you need, but just do it regularly, and you'll see some amazing results in a few weeks. Okay, my friends, have a great day, and I will be in touch with you soon.